Hey guys, this is Stacy from eatthebite.com, and today I'm making a pickle juice and buttermilk-brined fried chicken sandwich. Pickle juice and buttermilk are the key to a top-notch fried chicken sandwich that can rival even Chick-fil-A's fried chicken sandwich. Oh, hell yeah, I just said that. So let's fry up some awesome chicken, get all your favorite toppings ready, and for me, I keep it simple with a crown of pickles on top, and then let's chow down on crispy pickle juice brined fried chicken sandwiches. Let me show you how to make them. You'll need buttermilk for this, and if you don't feel like buying a whole jug of it, I don't blame you. Let's just make it ourselves. There's only 2 ingredients. It's milk and vinegar. It's very simple. I have 1 cup of whole milk, and you could also use 2%, and I'm adding just 1 tablespoon of white vinegar. We're going to give that a stir, and then I will let that sit for about 5 to 10 minutes to thicken, and actually you can see it thicken almost immediately after you add the vinegar. I'll set that aside while we do some prep. Boneless chicken breast is fairly lean, but I'm still going to take a couple of minutes to trim the bits of fat from around the edges before I cut into it. Next, I'll cover the chicken with plastic wrap. And these chicken breasts are a little thick, and we want to even out the chicken a bit by pounding it down. You can use a kitchen mallet, a pan, or a rolling pin like I'm doing here to flatten the breast down a bit before we cut them into our sandwich pieces. So, I've got my 2 chicken breasts that I'm going to cut into 4 pieces total. After that, I'm going to season them with a light sprinkling of salt and pepper. Then I'll turn the pieces over and season the other side with a little salt and pepper as well. I'll take my thickened buttermilk and add it to a large bowl. And next we've got to add the pickle juice, and there's 2 options for this. I make my own pickles and I save the brine, which is salty and has dill, garlic, and onions. You can also use store-bought dill pickle juice as well. With the store-bought, you can add sliced garlic to the brine to give it more flavor. So, I'm using my own brine for this, which is already packed with flavor. Next thing I did is I ran that pickle juice through a strainer so I can get all those chunky bits separated. Then I took the pickle juice and I added it to the buttermilk. After that, we'll add our pieces of boneless chicken breast. And I was just going to make these sandwiches with the boneless breast of chicken, but you know me, I love my chicken thighs, so I decided to trim the fat from some chicken thighs and throw those in with the chicken breast as well. You want everything to marinate for about 3 to 4 hours and up to overnight. For this batch, I marinated for about 4 hours. The toppings and sides are endless for fried chicken sandwiches, so go with your favorites. You know what you like. I've got some pepperoncinis and some cherry peppers that I'll serve on the side, plus pickles, which is a must for me on a fried chicken sandwich. And of course, you can also put coleslaw on top as well. It is up to you. Butter toasted brioche rolls are a great option for these sandwiches, and they're always available where I shop. Make sure you've left the butter out to soften for a while, and then just take a small amount of the butter and spread a thin layer on the top and the bottom of each roll. I've got flour in a bowl, and I'm adding a little cornstarch to that along with salt, pepper, onion powder, and then I'll just whisk everything together until it's well combined. Now it's time to dredge our chicken. We'll place 1 piece at a time in the flour and make sure it's covered. We also want to add a couple spoonfuls of the pickle juice and buttermilk mixture to add that shaggy look the dredge will form over the chicken. We'll turn the piece over, and we want to make sure it's coated well on the other side too. We'll add a little bit of that buttermilk pickle juice mixture, and we'll pat it down with a fork or your hands. Then we'll add a bit more flour to stick to the liquid. And then we're going to take that piece of chicken and set it aside on a sheet pan or a plate. You'll do the same for all the chicken pieces. Place the chicken in the flour dredge and make sure it's coated well on both sides. And as you're working, add a spoonful or 2 of the pickle juice buttermilk mixture to the chicken to help give it that shaggy texture on the outside. Then cover it with the flour again. And then we'll transfer all the pieces to a sheet pan, and then you're going to be ready to start frying that chicken up. I have had my oil heating while I was dredging, and we're ready to go. I've got my brioche rolls in one pan and I'm frying the chicken in another. I started with the chicken breasts and I'll fry these on one side for about 3 to 4 minutes, and you'll start to see it get golden brown around the edges. In the meantime, I'm lightly toasting my brioche rolls like this, and I'm going to set them aside when they're done. You want to place those buttered side down into your pan. At the 3 to 4 minute mark, I'll turn my chicken pieces and I'm going to cook on the other side for another 3 to 4 minutes. Then once they're finished, I'll transfer them to a paper towel lined sheet pan, and then I'll start frying the chicken thighs. These are smaller and thinner pieces of chicken, and I don't need to cook quite as long as the breast pieces. So about 2 to 3 minutes on each side for these. Then we're going to turn them over to cook on the other side for another couple of minutes. And then we're going to transfer all the chicken to a paper towel lined sheet pan. We want to get some of that oil blotted off the chicken. And I did move all my chicken to a wire rack to cool and laid out all the other ingredients to assemble a sandwich. I've got my buttery toasty buns, and you know I'm making my sandwich with one of those chicken thighs. Yeah, so it's time to eat the bite, and I'll leave you with the live commentary of me making and tasting this incredible fried chicken sandwich. Do this one. Okay, so I'm super boring, and all I'm going to do is put pickles on top of mine. Oh yeah, pickle, as many as I can fit. Now normally I would use my own pickles, but I ran out of pickles because I ate all of them. Yeah, that's a good reason to run out of things, because you ate them all. This is how I like mine, just a crown of pickles. Just a crown of pickles. I'm putting the top on. I don't think I want to cut this. I don't usually cut my chicken sandwiches when I go out, right? If I'm at Popeyes or I'm at, well, there's a little gap right there. Oh, I'm gonna just go right in, I think, yeah. Oh yeah. I want to try some of those peperinos peperinos, that's a cheese. Pepperoncinis. Two different things, Stacey. I have to admit, right before I made this chicken thigh version, I did try a little bit of the white meat version too. It was excellent, but you know, I love my dark meat, so I'm going with dark meat for mine. I know people want their white meat chicken for this, but this is just superior, so I'm just gonna tell you right now, it's superior. This came out absolutely delicious. I'm loving it. I've got 3 different crunches happening, and they're all equally as delightful. The little crisp from the bun that I cooked in butter. I've got the crunch of the outside of the chicken and the crunch of the delicious pickles. This is absolutely delicious. Honestly, this tastes like a combination. It tastes a little bit like the Chick-fil-A one, and it tastes a little bit like the Popeyes one. And I love the pickle brine. That was the key, because I love pickles. You know, and I'm psyched to be eating this for the next couple days, basically. Now you can't eat fried chicken like 2 or 3 days in a row, but I'll eat it one more day, and I'll give the rest to the people I love. Perfectly cooked. I'm telling you right now, this is a damn fine sandwich. Damn fine. And if you love chicken thighs, just don't even bother with the white meat. Look, that's gonna make other people that I'm cooking for happy, but this makes me happy. Final words. You should definitely make this, because it's delicious. Okay, see you next time. Bye. This isn't the same kind of... What is going on with the freakish amount of birds that are somewhere near my window? Now that it's freakish, I've never heard this before. Okay, so I'm going to cut the fat off the sides here.